Hello guys! Today I will speak about stocks, in particular about PT-1 stock and PT-1S stock. I will speak about their characteristics, kit, compatibility with different rifle types, locks adapters for different rifles, and I will demonstrate how to correctly install them on rifle. My name is Anastasia. At the moment Zenitco has two basic modifications of stocks for rifles that are PT-1 stock and PT-3 stock. PT-1 stock is skeleton type stock, PT-3 is tubular type stock. I will make a separate video about PT-3 in future, but today we will concentrate on PT-1 stock.
Начнем? Да.
PT-1 has an original design, we call it skeleton type. At the market there are a lot of tubular type stocks. We should understand that the concept of a tubular stock is connected to the design of AR-15. For AR-15 rifle, such a stock is mandatory, but for AK it's not. So we based on the design of AK when we were working on the design of this very stock. And it has a huge range of adjustments and also a modification, PT-1S. The difference between PT-1 and PT-1S is only length. PT-1S is longer than PT-1. All the adjustments are the same. Why did we design such a stock? It is based on Russian laws. In Russia there is a law about weapons, and according to this law the length of the rifle at the moment of the shot should not be shorter than 80 centimeters long. That is about 31.5 inches. So there are consequences of this law. First of all, you cannot shoot with a folded stock if you are a civilian, and also the length of the rifle should not be less than 80 centimeters. That's why there are some AKs with a shorter barrel, and on those AKs, also Saiga 9, you can't use this stock. That's why for people who have rifles with shorter barrels, we designed a longer stock. See. Those are PT-1S and PT-1. The difference is only in this part, because PT-1S has a longer stock to fulfill this law. And I would like to ask you, do you have any laws in your countries about the length of the rifle? Maybe something similar to our laws in Russia? Please write about that in comments. It will be very interesting for me to read about this. And if you have such laws, you may need PT-1S stock, but if you don't have any laws about that, PT-1 is okay for you. The kit of the stock includes the stock itself, an adapter for a rifle. When you make an order, you should write which adapter you need. We will discuss all of them a bit later. Also, one more butt pad. There is a wide one and a narrow one. You choose the one you like the most. Also, a small piece of rubber. I will also show why it might be needed. And two hex keys. Let's discuss the adjustments. First of all, the butt pad. Here we have a wide one. In the kit there is also a narrow one. It is very easy to replace it. You need to unscrew 3 screws on the butt pad and replace it. I will show you now. Here we have also 3 washers. We place them under the screw. There are 3 additional washers in the kit for another butt pad. Besides the type of the butt pad, you can also control its height. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible heights. Unscrew the screw with a screwdriver a little bit and adjust the height. For example, this one. Besides the choice of the butt pad, the user also chooses his sling mount. There are 2 sling mounts in the kit and they are both screwed into the stock, so before installing it on the rifle you need to choose which one you like more and remove the other one. This one and this one. For example, I will unscrew this one. You do not place anything here, you just remove the sling mount. Some users also ask if it is uncomfortable for them with their grip with this sling mount, what to do. Actually, you can also adjust it for yourself, like we did on this rifle. We just bended it a little bit here. So if you need to move it a little bit, bend it. Also, the height of the cheek can be controlled. There are 2 screws. Unscrew them a little bit, not on full length, and move the cheek. For example, I will place it at the highest position. There are openings on the caps of those screws. You can insert something here, for example, a knife. You have a knife with you, don't you? So you insert a knife here and tighten the screws. PT-1 and PT-1S are telescopic stocks. It means that their length can be adjusted. For that, you open this eccentric. In this place, there is a magnet. The magnet is needed to catch the eccentric so it don't make any noises. You open it and you press it like a button. And after that, you can adjust the length. So you can adjust the length without pressing it, but with pressing it, it is just more comfortable. And it is surely more comfortable to do that when the stock is already on the rifle. One step is half of a centimeter, and this stock can be 5 centimeters longer than the regular stock and 5 centimeters shorter than the regular stock. That's a lot. I will show you the same about PT-1S. Here is PT-1S with its maximum length. The difference is length. PT-1S is longer than PT-1. Our products are pure perfection, but we continue modernizing them all the time. We modernize stocks as well, not only generation 1, generation 2, but even inside one generation there were small updates that made the performance better. For example, on this model there is an older version of PT-1. It used to have a plate-like spring in this mechanism. Later it was replaced by a vertical spring, and a bit later this vertical spring was covered by a special cup to protect it from dirt. This is a telescopic stock, and a great thing about it is that it can be fixed when folded at any length of the stock, and moreover it can be folded and fixed together with B13 rail. On this rifle we have B13 rail, PT-1 stock. It can be fixed at the minimum length, and for example, if I make the length bigger, the maximum length, I fold it and it is fixed together with B13 rail. The only thing left before the installation process is to weight the stocks. The weight of PT-1 with a narrow butt pad and this type of sling mount is 381 grams. Also, an adapter 434 grams. The same about PT-1S. I haven't removed the sling mount on it, so I will remove it because no one uses the stock with two sling mounts simultaneously. The weight of PT-1S with a wide butt pad, this type of sling mount, 451 gram, and an adapter 504 grams. The sling mount on its own, if you are interested, is 15 grams. How to install the stock on a rifle? First of all, you need to understand which lock adapter is required for your rifle type. We have 5 different options at the moment. The first one is an adapter for AKM, AK-74 and rifles based on them. It has an unfoldable stock, fixed stock, so it does not allow PT-1 or PT-1S fold. There is one more option actually. PT-5 stock, which is based on PT-1 stock, but that has a built-in adapter for AKM. But this stock can be folded, and as you can remember, I've told you about Russian laws, and in Russian civilians can't shoot with a folded stock, and as far as AKM does not have a mechanism that prevents shooting when the stock is folded, civilians in Russia are not allowed to use PT-5 stock. But if you do not have such laws in your country, you may use PT-5 stock. I will make a separate video where I will compare PT-1 with fixed stock adapter and PT-5 stock, so see in following videos. There are 4 more options left. When you remove the regular stock, you hammer out the hinge. AK has 2 types of those hinges diameter, 4.5 mm and 5.5 mm. 4.5 is used on AKS-74U, 5.5 mm is used on AKs, rifles based on AKs, Saiga 9 and Vityaz. AKS-74U has a thinner hinge and it has a special lock adapter. So if you have a rifle based on AKS-74U with a hinge of 4.5 mm, you choose a lock adapter for AKS-74U. 3 more adapters left for AK, for civilian rifles based on AK, and for Saiga 9. Civilian rifles has a special mechanism that blocks shooting with the folded stock. That's why this adapter for Saiga, for civilian rifles, has an opening right here for this mechanism. Saiga 9 has a different mechanism, that's why it has a separate lock adapter. Vityaz has the same adapter as AK. We get a lot of questions about whether we plan to make an adapter for Vepar rifles. The answer is yes, we plan that, and actually currently we are working on the design of such an adapter, so as soon as we finish I will announce that. And now it's time to install the stock on a rifle. I will install PT-1 stock on AK-104, so AK adapter is required. The adapter is fixed by 1 screw. The adapter has a cross-like design right here, so it don't rotate. Also, the kit of the adapter has a little bar. This little bar is needed for fixation of the stock because we do not use the regular mechanism of fixation. How to install it? I think that most people know how to install a stock on a rifle, but if you don't know, I will explain everything. First of all, you remove the regular stock. It is fixed by a hinge, the hinge is right here, and you need to hammer out it of the rifle. You hit from the bottom of the rifle. To make it more comfortable, I recommend to remove the pistol grip right here so you don't accidentally hit it. Also, it is required to open the dust cover, and I also recommend to unfix the regular stock at the moment when you will be hitting. Now the most fun part, hammer time. Take a hammer, take some sort of spacer, and also ask for a helping hand. It is more comfortable to hammer in and hammer out the hinge when somebody is helping you and holding the rifle. So the first thing to do is to hammer out the hinge. Then you take off the regular stock. You take a small bar from the kit of the adapter, you place it here. I will show you where it is placed. Then you place the stock on its place and hammer in the hinge. When you hammer it out, you hit from the bottom of the rifle. When you hammer it in, you hit from the top of the rifle. Thanks to Mikhail for his help, I have assembled the rifle. What other questions may occur during the process of the stock installation? Most of them are connected to the fact that different rifles have slightly different sizes, but we want the stock to fit perfectly at all of them. So what adjustments can there be? First of all, you might need a little more time and power to hit out the hinge than I used in this video. Sometimes it is a bit challenging, but I believe in your strength. Next, here there might be a little wobble. It is not a wobble of the stock, it is a wobble of the regular button. What to do if such a wobble takes place? Remember, in the beginning of the video I told that the kit includes a little piece of rubber. You take it, you fold the stock, and you glue this piece of rubber right here. On this model I already have a piece of rubber there, so it helps. After that there is no wobble in this place. Another thing about the wobble, also it is not the wobble of the stock, it is the wobble of this part of the rifle. You might need to screw in a little bit this little screw. It also helps. And finally, sometimes the stock does not fix. It means that this part of the button on the stock adapter did not go out. What to do with that? If the stock does not fix, you need to remove a little metal from this surface of the little bar. So take a little file and you should file parallel to the surface of this bar. So you see the button here has a little angle. It is not 90 degrees. And this one has the same angle. You do not ruin this angle. So you file once or twice or 3 times, not more. You remove a little metal and then it works perfectly. So better do it several times, but you should not file too much. For example, this lock, it is destroyed because it was filed not parallel to the surface, but it was filed in one place. The angle now is different, it is a bit oval, that's why it can't be used. So when you file parallel to the surface of the bar, right here, and just a little. I filed a little bit, now the stock can be fixed. So do not file too much and do not change the angle. A few more words about folding and unfolding the stock. We use the regular button to fold the stock, but we do not use the regular place to unfold it. That's because our stock can be folded and fixed at any length of the stock. What to do? To fold the stock, use the regular button. To unfold the stock, use the button on the adapter. Very easy. What not to do? Some strong people, like very strong people, they fold the stock and do not press this button, but rather grab and pull it with all their power. If you use too much power, anything can be broken. So do not do like this. We located this button here for a reason. Use it to unfold the stock. Another question. I've told you that on civilian rifles there is a mechanism that prevents shooting with a folded stock. What some civilian shooters with a low culture of interacting with weapons do? They unlock their rifle and they try to fold the stock quickly with all their power. What happens? The mechanism breaks, and it is not because our stock. The same will happen with the regular stock. It is a question of culture of interacting with weapons, and it is not a question to us. You go to workshop with that because you've broken your rifle. So do not do like this. I think that people who are watching these videos, they do not need to be warned about such situations, but I hope that this one person who needed to hear it have heard these words. Now about reliability of PT-1 and PT-1S stocks. I can speak about it a lot, but better to see than to speak. We've made some tests with them, so let's watch them and I will translate everything. Nikolai Anatolievich, I propose to check the reliability of stock. We will slightly increase the length. Let's check it in practice. We have a foam block. Ready? Well, quite good. It didn't change length. And after that the adjustment was preserved, the stock is still adjustable, the fixation is reliable, test passed. Now I propose to check the reliability to weight of attachment unit. I place it here and stand on it. I weigh 75 kilograms, well, a little more with my gear. Well then, it holds. Checking the fixation. Everything's working. Test passed. As you see, stocks is a very wide topic and I can speak about them for hours. This is a very big video and I hope that I've answered a lot of your questions, and if you have additional questions, please write them in comment section. Our stocks, PT-1, PT-1S and other of our stocks can be ordered from partner stores. The list of official partners is stated on en.zenitco.ru. When you order a stock, you choose which adapter you need. It is in the kit. Just clarify which one is needed for you. And I will see you in next videos, and goodbye.